We breaking walls down, the legacy is a new season. We crossing lines now, but you know we ain't causing no treasons. We on a new wave, dropping jewels in the man cave. She like the game, so we ran plays. She held it down in the dog days.
Welcome to Mancave, Southside Dre. We got a special show for you today. First, I want to tell you guys we appreciate everybody liking, following, subscribing, continue to do so, man. It's very important, and it's been really, really good. And we want you guys to continue to do so. So Mancave Pod or Mancave with Southside Dre, everywhere you get your podcasts. Man, we got an exciting show today, man. I met this guy through co-producer of the show, and we really just want to go into what the dating scene is like today. I got my man, Jemiah. I'm going to let him introduce himself. I got my man, Jemiah Battle, in the building.
What's going on, Dre? How you doing, sir?
What's happening, bro?
Doing pretty good. Pleasure to be here, man.
Absolutely, man. Hey, tell him a little bit about yourself, man, your background.
My name is Jemiah Battle. I do emotional fitness coaching, author. I got a lot in the bag. Entrepreneur, author, coach. Yeah. Just to try to be a good guy, man. That's it. That's it.
It's tough being a good guy these days, bro.
It's hard, man. What they say, heavy is the head that wear the crown, man.
Absolutely, man.
It's hard.
It's tough being a good guy, man. And I'm just happy that I ain't a good guy.
I take some days off.
Yeah, you got to, man.
Off,
it's exhausting, I believe. It's exhausting. Yeah. You mentioned emotional fitness, bro. When I first was introduced to you, in that way, I didn't know what that meant, like at all. So what exactly, bro, is emotional fitness?
Emotional fitness. Well, the same way we keep our bodies fit, especially us Black and brown people, we're not taught how to keep our emotions fit. And truth be told, most of the issues and problems we have in life all stem from how we feel. So a lot of people know about emotional intelligence, how to basically manage your emotions in situations and manage your emotions in relationships.
Right.
So people got knowledge of it, but then when it comes to actually doing it, that's where the fitness come in at. Same thing with IQ. People can know a lot of knowledge, people can be woke, but they still in the bed. They ain't got up and started actually doing it yet. They, the actual implementation of it. So that's emotional fitness.
Yeah. Okay. So how does it work though? Like, okay, for example, if somebody says, or how do you identify if somebody has their emotional fitness is off or they're vibrating a little low or whatever it may be? So would they just be like, hey man, did they contact you? How does it work? Is it something that you even coach people on?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Normally, like right now, I normally target my audience. I do certain programs, and I haven't done a lot of one-on-one in a while.
Yeah.
Been working towards doing some celebrities, some athletes, some contracts and stuff here and there. But I'm gonna get back more and doing more programs that's more wide stream and get more information out there about it. Especially in our community.
Yeah, emotional fitness, man. It's been, if I think about it, just based upon the things that I've been seeing, emotional fitness is all out of whack. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you mentioned emotional intelligence and all of those things. I mean, we all over the place, especially with social media.
Oh, man.
I stay there, because I got to be there.
Absolutely.
And sometimes it can be disturbing to see some of the stuff that we see on there, man. So let me ask you this. Dating in 2022, man.
Dating in 2022.
You a single guy or?
Well, no. I'm gonna answer this because I get a lot of interesting conversations about the way I define single. So, in my opinion, I believe you're single until you're married. Now, that don't mean you're not single and y'all got an exclusive or y'all got an agreement or a committed relationship. That don't mean you're not. But I believe you're single until you're committed on paper.
Yeah.
Under God, the Father, whatever somebody believes in on paper, that's it. Now, I'm not saying you can't be single and monogamous with someone.
Okay.
That's two different things, but so I'm single.
Right.
I said I'm not dating, not saying it ain't somebody special.
There you go.
There.
All right.
But I'm not married.
Got you. So I agree. We actually had a show, man. We was talking about happy wife, happy life, and marriage and things of that nature.
Saw that one.
Yeah. it got a little crazy, man. Like it got a little crazy, like because I think people could relate to those situations. But single till you married, right? So that just basically just technically you single until you sign some paperwork that says I'm married at the end of the day.
Pretty much.
So in your single life, like in your single life or whatever we want to call it,
right?
What has been some of the craziest encounters? Do you date online or
how far we going back? Okay, so crazy, man. I don't know. We got enough film.
just the most recent encounter that was just wow. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, what's the statutes of limitations?
There are no. You know what? There are because I hear all the time, especially women saying,
right.
If it happened, whatever X amount of years ago, it didn't happen.
Count. So I will say I don't do online dating. I think it's weird.
Yeah.
I'm from an era. I still like meeting people. Like I see some of the younger guys. Yeah. Younger, I'm 40. So I see guys in like their 20s, and I saw one guy probably a few weeks ago. He actually went up. I saw him go up to the girl. He asked her for her phone number. I went and shook his hand because I've been seeing the stuff I see or hear about from some of my younger, younger people I mentor or either younger peers. They see somebody, then they'll go and DM them.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I just think it's weird. But I'm still into meeting people in person because I like to feel the vibe, the energy. I like to look them in the eyes, see they got a little crazy in them. Yeah. I'm off sometimes. Right. I have misjudged.
Right.
But I still like the old school contact kind of thing. So I haven't done, and don't think I will do online dating.
Yeah.
For that reason.
So you ever get any wild DMs, bro? Like,
oh man.
Yeah.
Crazy DMs, man. I get crazy DMs like I saw you. So-and-so, why you didn't speak? Yeah. And that's on the light side. I get some women say they get a lot of crazy DMs. Men do too. We do too.
But why is that not ever like on the that's never on Front Street? Like
because the man can't be the victim.
We can't
ever. It don't matter what happens to us. We cannot be a victim or victimized.
Right.
It just we supposed take it.
Right. Hey man, it's gone so far, man. I seen somebody post something that said literally, and this is gonna sound crazy, and I know it's just probably be making fun, but somebody said if a man takes his lunch to work, he's suspect. Like,
really? I cook. Ain't that sweet over here?
But you take your lunch, just taking your lunch.
Yeah, it's gotten out of hand. But see, that goes back and not to that emotional fitness and kind of being secure and knowing who you are. People, whatever come out now.
Yeah.
It's no, let me run this through my filter first. Let me sit back and contemplate and think about what I'm about to say. Ooh. Whatever comes out. And same thing you were saying with social media, they got so many more influences that's gauging how they view stuff and gauging their perspective now. So much more than we had in our era coming up. They just got so much more feeding them of how to think, how to look at certain stuff where it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
It's speaking on that, man, like me watching it, my advice to anybody that's dating, and I do this anyway, just in life in general, is be patient and pay attention. Like, so for example, if I was to be dating, and this is hypothetical, if I was to be dating, what I would do is, especially if I see somebody on social media I like or whatever, we're entertaining it.
Right.
I wouldn't even come out to be like, let's go out or anything. I'm just going to watch you for a while. I'm going to pay attention to your moves. I'm going to, your language, your energy. You could, because regardless of what people say, it's just social media. It ain't real. And there's some truth to that.
Right.
But there's a percentage of you behind any of that. Just like comedy. What they say, it's jokes, but there's always some truth behind.
Art imitates life.
There you go.
To some degree. I agree. I agree 100%.
There you go. So I would say just, being patient, just being patient and watching a person and seeing how they move before you even, as a guy, before you even make a move. That's what I tell I'm telling my sons that, like, before you even engage in this, just because we have that opportunity now. Absolutely. We can actually look and say, hey, well, let me figure out what this person is about. And you can do that on social media, man, regardless of what people try to say. So
it got a plus to it. Like I said, I love social media to a fact. You get, like you said, you're getting engaged with more people. You get a wider audience, but you also get to see I get to see what people really, how they really feel.
Right.
Or how they really think, because it'll come out. Like, that's coming from somewhere. Like, yeah, some of it's fake, some of it's you just trying to get an audience, but even that's coming from somewhere.
Right. Right.
And so I look at that kind of stuff, and it always come out.
Gotcha.
It always come out.
All right, man. So what is a benefit for men in romantic relationships? What are the benefits for men in romantic relationships? So when you dating somebody or you looking to date somebody, what do men get out of that?
What do men get out of it?
What do we get from it? You know what I'm saying?
So
and this question is just to kind of
what do we get from it? If we do it, if it's done right, kind of what you said, we actually date,
right?
Sit back, observe, and actually get to know the person, and actually date a potential benefit. Let me try to answer this question. I ain't gonna say politically correct.
Right.
We all got the same needs.
Yeah.
Male or female. We got a need to be loved. We got a need to be significant. We got a need for belonging. We got a need, for growth. We got a need for contribution. And it's another one. Them are 6 basic needs as a human being.
Right.
The benefit, if you date right as a man, is being able to grow with somebody that's like-minded, and them giving you an energy that you don't have yourself.
Right.
Or them giving you the benefits of their gifts, whether it's words of affirmation, whether it's another perspective, whether it's another lane that you may have not thought of, just having them synergies together if the connection's there, if you took the time to date. And the benefit of having that
partnership,
having that partnership can help you multiply. Like, I've been married before. I was married for 5 years. We dated 3 before, so altogether we were together 8 years.
Okay.
And even though that marriage didn't work, in the areas it did, or the times it did, I could see the benefit. Like, I'll do it again. I could see the benefits of having that one agreement partner.
Right.
If the energies match, and it multiplies everything else. So I would say, long, short, that's a benefit of if you date the right way.
Right.
You date the right way.
Yeah. Yeah, man. For me, I ask this question because it's almost easy to see how women benefit from romantic relationships.
Absolutely.
I think that men, and the ladies probably gonna kill me, but it is what it is.
I got you, man. I got you. I got some extra Teflon in the car for you, man.
All right. But I think that men are more in tune to what women want than women are to what men want.
I agree. And that's the reason a lot of relationships fail.
Ooh.
That's the reason a lot of them fail. I used to have a lot of, and I still do. I still get them in inbox. A lot of homegirls, friend girls, people, a lot of women I'm cool with.
Yeah.
They always ask me, relationship questions. I want this, I want that. And I was like, what you bring? Because you telling me all the stuff you need to do to have. You want them to have this. You want to have 900 credit score. They ain't even invented them yet, but you want to have 900 credit score. He got to make X. He got to can't have no baby mama. All this stuff, which is cool to a degree. You know what you want. Right. I respect that. But what do he get in return if he gives you that?
Right.
What's the exchange? What's the reciprocity? What do he get?
Right.
How you gonna help him?
Right.
And a lot of them, they couldn't answer it, which is not a bad thing. It's just you got work to do.
Right.
My thing is, if I want, it's business. Not saying treat marriage or relationship like a business, but it's the same principles. Absolutely. Reciprocity. If I'm giving you this, what do I get in return?
Right.
And it's not about a give. What do I get in return for giving you my energy, for giving you my time, for giving you my gifts, for giving you my attention? Because I'm not getting any of that back once it's gone.
Right. I tell Jemiah all the time, and I've been saying it. I hope at the end of the day, it's probably stuck because it's something that I encountered or something that I read about, and what you just spoke on is essentially a mutually beneficial relationship.
Absolutely.
Those are the ones that flourish if it's mutually beneficial. So you have to figure out, and then even to speak on that, we have to build. Like we got to stop listening to what our homeboys say, stop listening to what our homegirls say at the end of the day, as far as, in your clique. because you have to cater whatever that is to the person that's in front of you.
Absolutely.
Everybody's different. So I can't take the information that my homeboy gave me and you necessarily use it. That's general stuff.
It's no cookie cutter process,
Nope.
man. It's based on who you are as an individual, which most people don't know.
Right.
Most people don't know what they really want or need.
Right.
They know what they think they want and need for, again, social media,
right.
TV, their favorite art, or whoever they friends, they peers who don't got any more sense than they do. And they think they know what they want. But most people really, if you ask people, what do you want?
Right.
And ask them that for real, they really don't know. They got an idea of it.
Yeah. I said this more recently too, especially men. For some reason, we just like in the wind for 40 years almost. And it's like, we don't really drill down into all of the things that we like, our likes and dislikes, as much as we should. You know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? We don't go into, because we just, like, for example, women are basically, from children, they're kind of groomed for marriage. Women are.
Yeah.
I know I wasn't. I know most of the guys around me weren't. You know what I'm saying? Because, and if you don't have that structure in place, the wife and the husband in your home, so your mother and your father, if you don't have that structure in place, it don't just easily happen for a guy.
Absolutely.
Or for a female either. It don't really happen that easily. But for some reason, women expect marriage. Like most of well, it's changing a little bit. I don't know.
You ain't about to be dating me for 15 years. And,
right. Right. It's almost expected. And for men, I ain't ever had nobody push me towards that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so that, and for the ladies, hopefully that helps to understand why guys, we don't really be on that type of time, because it's just not drilled into us the same way that it would be, a woman, so or a young lady.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. Man.
But going back to, how the relationship can benefit the man or the woman, and I do think that men are more in tune with what women want, and I don't think women take the time to learn men the way that they need to. And I'm gonna use this word because it's me. I think a lot of times women can be very self-absorbed in relationship fashion. You know what I mean? They give to the family, they give to the kids, they give. But as it pertains to learning a guy and that specific guy, I don't think they put as much into it as they probably should to make the relationship flourish. What you think?
Yeah, I think it's conditioned that way.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of great women that would give me the shirt off their back because I know them.
Right.
But I ain't gonna say but, yet I think it's conditioned, like we were talking about earlier before the show started, that whole saying, happy wife, happy life. Yeah. Just in that saying alone is self-absorbed. How about happy us, happy us?
Right.
Because if I'm miserable, or if I'm not being myself, or I'm not able to,
right,
it
ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
Something going left. Who knows what I'm like? Whatever my vices are,
right,
or whatever I need to get. Like, that's how that happened, and not justifying. Ladies, if you watching, I'm not justifying cheating. I'm not justifying I'm not justifying physical abuse, emotional abuse. I'm against all of that. Yet, as a coach and I'm working in emotional and mental health, I see how all of that happens.
Right.
I see how all of that happens, and the solutions for a lot of that isn't hard.
Right.
Isn't hard. Sometimes it goes down to basic communication.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. There's been a trend, or with the hot girl summer, the Meg the Sack. I mean, it's honestly, I'm gonna be, it's real. It's almost like
Megan Rich, she can have a hot girl.
It's crazy because I support all of it. Like I do. I support strength and independence in all forms.
Absolutely.
So, but there's been a trend of that happening, and I seen a video, man. I'll start there. I seen a video with a couple on a date. Right. I think it was the first date. I'm pretty sure it was the first date. where all I saw was a clip of the server coming back and saying, bringing 2 checks. Boom. 1 check for the.
Right.
She said, you really, the chick, and she's not in the video. She said, you really gonna make me pay? And dude was like, yeah. you ain't finna, you know what I mean, give me a woo-woo.
Right.
So I'm like, that's crazy. But as I thought about it, and I was looking at the guy, I was like, you literally are on a date. And he said,
she asked him out.
No. But it was like, she literally said, he said, how are you getting home? Which means that he picked her up.
Oh.
So you got in the car with this guy.
Oh.
So I'm thinking to myself, you trying to get you a little quick meal off a brother, and then, you know what I mean? So it kind of had me twisted a little bit because I was like, he wrong for, you can't use that as leverage, you know what I mean?
Right.
But at the same time, and this is just my perception of it, you're wrong for don't give men attention that you don't have any intention to truly date. You don't even waste your time. You already know this ain't going nowhere. So don't even accept no dinner from them. Don't accept no date, because men, when we get that, we think you're interested.
I agree. I agree. I didn't see that, but just for I actually know some real life situations that happened exactly like that. So on both ends, I would say at that particular point, I think that may have been a sucker move for him to leave her stuck. Like you did pick her up.
Right.
You can at least take her home. Mm-hmm. Take her home. She might be $30 less.
That's the risk.
$30 less in her pocket, but you can at least, you picked her up, you can take her home. So I think that was a sucker move. Yet on the flip side of it, I don't know how that conversation went. I don't know what she said. He might be like, you might think I'm a sucker, so you pay for your own food. Boom. And you find out you got an Uber app now. So it ain't like back then, you got Uber. I saw Uber on your phone early. So I don't know how the date went.
Right.
But again, going back to what we were saying earlier, taking the time to date, get to know somebody, have some phone conversations a couple times, or hey, let's meet up. Maybe this first time, meet me at someone and let's talk. Let's kind of vibe. Right. Let's go to Barnes & Noble. Let's get some coffee. Let's go to brunch. Let's go to brunch and let's kind of see how we vibe. But like I said, everything online, so you don't get any of that. Yeah. And so you come with these expectations of somebody you never met or vibe with, and
relationships have become transactional.
Yeah. Now she don't have no snack money for the week.
Yeah. Yeah. So we see that. Do you think that women have become not become exceptional, but they have just leveled all the way up, like from what it used to be, right?
Right.
So if you go back 50 years ago, you know what I mean, you're not going to see the same things happening as amongst them. So women leveled all the way up, right? But why does it seem like they expect us to be our granddads or the old, old versions of ourselves? We're supposed to go back and say, we the guys that do this. We pay for everything.
Right.
You're a boss. you're a boss bitch. That's what you say.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it costs to be a boss. So for me, it's like, and it ain't. Here's the thing. I'm never too comfortable, to be honest, with a woman paying for a date. I'm not comfortable, but
absolutely,
it does feel good. The gesture.
Somebody say, "No, I got it." Hey, listen, I got some friends, man, and they off the real. I'm always offer to pay for the food. Cause that's who I am. I'm not saying that's standard or whatever. That's just who I am.
Yeah.
But I love it. I pull it out of my car. Like, no, I got it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
That's big.
I love it. And the fact that they're able to do that. So shout out to Black, brown women that's done leveled all the way up in this last, really, I mean, they always been dope, but really in this last, 10 years, give or take, with technology and being the fast and growing segment of entrepreneurs and business owners. And I always tell people, some of my homegirls that I talk to, a woman can level up at a quicker rate, not trying to use their feminism, but just because it's more apt for them to be able to receive help or support versus most men, I got this. I networking, like we had to learn how to network. I got this, I'm gonna do it all on my own. And we ain't gotta do that. Women are more out. I'm gonna get in and I'm gonna do what I gotta do and get it,
Right.
And I think because of that trait, they've been able to, a lot of them have been able to open businesses and start stuff at a rapid rate and grow, and what they call it, glow all the way up.
That's it.
at a tremendous rate, and I love seeing it.
Right.
I love seeing it.
Well, it's been moving in that way, but I think it's just like from a natural perspective, because I seen a flyer yesterday that was for a day party or something that was ladies' night out.
I saw that too.
You saw it?
I know some people who went to it.
Yeah.
It was
I'm
dope.
thinking to myself,
it was dope.
Men, and you just said it, networking. Even the way men build, we don't build like women do. So the support there, women will support the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
And they will, regardless of what because there's always some rifts and things that happen. But women will support the hell out of each other. They'll support the hell out of us. They will, like they literally will support quicker than guys. We don't. So think about it from a ladies' night. Oh, we got ladies' night. There is no guy. We don't want to have guys' night because we want the women to be there. Like there's nowhere we go.
Listen, everywhere we go. I just need 2 or 3. I just need the eyes to be 3 to 1. I ain't gotta be trying to talk to them. Nope. I just need the energy there.
You just need them around.
I don't care. I'm gonna dance with all of them. I just want the energy to
want
be
them
there.
around.
It may not be nothing like that, but I want them around.
That's
I
right.
want a couple of them around.
We can. I tell Janera all the time. I say there's no cabin trip for guys.
Nah,
it don't exist.
No,
we ain't going to no cabin. Well, my guy, we ain't going to no cabin just to hang out. And if we did, we gonna know that it's a situation, you know what I mean, that's gonna be there waiting on us.
Right.
Because we can't exist just us, man. Like guys, we different in that way.
Right.
Women can get together, man, and have an amazing time with just them.
Right.
Now, I ain't saying that they ain't doing, I ain't saying that they don't go to Miami and do what they do too.
Right.
But I also do know for a fact that women can come together and just build, like you said, and network differently. And that's something we got to work on.
Absolutely.
And be creative about it, because we got to be able to do the same things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to keep up.
We got to keep up, man. I think women naturally are more emotionally secure.
Yeah.
With their feelings. Not saying that they use them the best way.
True.
And it could be a gift and a curse, that they use them the best way all the time, but they're more emotionally secure with their feelings. They cry with each other more. They love each other more than men do. And that's something that, that we got to balance out. It's always a balance. Something we got to balance out more, being more secure as a man, especially, black or brown men, being more secure in our feelings. Not, not being overly sensitive, all that stuff, but being able to be emotionally secure with expressing how we feel about each other. Yep. Like, being able to say, hey, man, I love you more, and meaning not, all right, man, that's too much. But being able to do that from a healthy place with each other, and I think we'll live long.
Yeah, that's true, man. It's because that's stress, man. You release that stress. The energy is different. I mean, and we seeing like, man, brothers is just dropping like flies.
Heart attacks, man. Yeah. Heart attacks has been happening. Like one day, I also had a heart attack. Like he was just cool, right? That I thought of again, holding all of that in.
Yep. I had a homeboy, man, that passed not too long ago. Heart attack. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's tough, man. You know what I mean? And then for us, it's tough because we looking at our bros, like, and it can become, if you like you say, if your emotions aren't intact, or if you're not stable in that way, it can be scary for you to watch. You know what I mean? All these guys around you.
It's scary.
Yeah, it can be very scary, man. So women used to challenge men to be better, right? Like overall, that was it. I'm seeing more of a trend of like our manhood is being challenged more. What's going on?
Our manhood has been on the rack for I would say hard.
Yeah.
The last 5 to 7 years, I've seen more of our manhood being challenged like ever before. And again, I think all of that is by design. I think all of it is conditioned, is by design. At the end of the day, we need each other, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Men, especially, I'm not biased, none, but especially black and brown women, we need black. They need black and brown. We need each other more than ever. Right. I would say now, we need each other, man. I think a lot of that is by design.
Yeah.
Because you don't see it nowhere else. You don't see the challenge. I mean, you see some stuff with other cultures with toxic masculinity a little bit here, but especially in our community, you seeing it like crazy. Yep. Like, you ain't no man if you blah blah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right, and that closes the door.
It do.
So now men can't express themselves the way that we need to. We're emotional creatures too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We and Rich, we was talking about Drake before the show.
Right.
It's one of the reasons why he's probably my favorite artist is because he's not afraid. To tap into that emotion. So if I can listen to that and be like, that's my guy, man, because we feel these things.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And I would say that's why I like, as an artist, as an overall artist, that's why I like Kanye.
Yep.
As off as it may sound or it may be at times, he's getting it out.
Right.
He might should have talked about it first, or like, man, that makes no sense whatsoever. But he is getting it out. And I think that's healthy in a way.
Yeah.
And because me and the co-producer was talking earlier, I think because he does that and people don't, like, you never see that done, they call it crazy, or man, he off his meds, or nah, he just expressing himself in a way that ain't, lined up and rolled and cookie cut. He's just being raw in real time.
Right. And like I say, man, guys, we got to do that. You know what I mean? Because we seeing the effects of not doing that. You know what I mean? You keeping stuff bottled up. You know what I mean? Like I say, it's just it's hurting us. Do you know what women want? In general, do you know what women want? Or do you think you know it? How about that?
I would say yes and no. Okay. I would say no, because as we were saying, every individual different according to who they are. But I would say yes, going back to they human beings and we all got the same needs. But I would say most of the time, security in some shape or form. And it may not necessarily be financial security.
Right.
It could be, well, I wouldn't say necessarily security. I would say security and stability. It may not necessarily be financial security. It may be emotional security and safety. It may be, physical security and safety. But I would say safety, stability, in those forms and whatever comes with it, being able to talk in a safe environment, being able to be and feel safe and stable in this environment, and having a man that helps co-create that environment with them. I think at the end of the day, you get rid of all the fluff, all the different perspectives. That's what most men and women want for the most part, and the rest is on the individual.
Right. Men just want to be safe. We want to be safe with you. We want to feel. The best feeling that I ever have involving my relationships with a woman are if I can be away from you and not be worried about, not even be thinking about what you may be doing adverse to me. If I'm comfortable, and it's not about what you actually are doing, it's about what I feel
you're protecting me doing. If I feel like you're protecting me, my name, you're protecting what I'm trying to do, you're protecting my emotion, because yes, men are meant to teach, and we're the primary protectors, but we need protect. Our egos, our pride, as much as it's not said, it need protecting too. It need protecting too, and we can feel like we have a female that does that. Man, we'll go to the moon and back. There's no limits to what we'll try to do for that person if we feel just that.
And it's crazy because there are not many times in life when I've had that peace, that type of peace,
man,
that I can, like, for example, that I can be away from home.
Imagine
you know what I mean? And I'm not thinking about what you got going on while I'm not, you know what I mean? Because men, we think like that too. You know what I mean?
It comes up.
Yeah. So anytime you could be comfortable in that and be at peace with, not worried about stuff like that, that's what we really, really want. Like, men really want to be in peace about that. And a lot of times we're not. We don't express it.
Right.
Because we got pride and ego. Yeah. We don't want to look like no punk about it. You know what I mean? We ain't being soft and all those things. But that is what men be thinking about when they're away from me.
Men got the same, and it's funny, like I said, I have a lot of these conversations. You got different extremes of people, but I've been hearing a lot lately about masculine and feminine energy. Like, everybody got both. And it's just finding that balance. Men, women got some insecurity, but men got some too.
Yep.
Women can be sensitive in their feelings. Men can too. It's just having that balance, and women may express those things more, but men got them. A man can be insecure he can have everything that check that box and still can be insecure in his feelings and stuff like that. Maybe something he need to deal with as an individual, but it happens and it's there. Yep. It's there, man. You know, you don't want to have to, you know, go with your girl, do what you do, and I don't think about it.
Right.
Like, actually, I want you to go. Yeah. Enjoy yourself and knowing,
have a good time.
They having a ball, man. As a matter of fact, don't even call me. You know, have a ball, don't call.
It's healthy.
It's healthy. Don't even call me while I don't care how much you miss. Don't call me.
That's right.
You know, have fun. I see you when you get back.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Man, I had a woman tell me one time, because she was just she would just talk crazy, you know, so talk reckless. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I said, why do you feel like, because this is me, and I'm, you know, admittedly so an alpha.
Right.
So I'm like, why do you feel like you can talk to me like that? Like I said, if you were anybody in the street,
your mouths,
you know what I mean? So why do you feel, you know what she told me, you know what her response was? She said, because I thought you could take it.
Wow. She probably spoke for, you know what? She probably spoke for, and I can't say, she probably spoke for a lot of women feel like that. And I don't think, like I said, I could be wrong. I don't know everything. I know a little bit about a little bit, but I don't think women know the power of their mouths, man.
They do. They do.
I think they do subconsciously. Listen, I tell you something, man. And I'm tell you this. Listen, I love it. I'm always say this no matter what show I'm on. I love black and brown women.
Absolutely.
But they got the most ferocious.
It cut
AR-15 tones, and they can cut you down without touching you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without touching you. Like I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen before. And then, like you said, it's kind of like, you know, get over it.
I thought you could take it.
I thought you could take it.
And I'm like, well, I can, but should I have to? Should I have to?
That's it. Should I have to? And do you expect me to take it?
Right.
You expect me to keep going and to give you your you got this little check box.
Mm-hmm.
You expect me to still do this, and you talking to me.
That's right. And like I said, it's like, and that's the whole, it's like that's your manhood being tested.
That's it, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, we ain't got to do that in this relationship. I'm not in another, like, I don't want to be in competition with my mate.
Not going to be, man.
We can't do
that. It's a partnership. Like you said earlier, it should be a partnership.
Right.
The more you grow, I'm loving it. If you get, you know, if you at 1 million plus, what? We winning.
That's right.
That's gonna motivate me, and it should be vice versa. Because, like you said, it's a partnership. We in this thing together. There's no competition.
Yeah.
You got me thinking about the miles, man. I'm hearing some miles, man.
It could be rough.
Be rough, man. Yeah. I used to hear going back to the boss bitch. I'm gonna call that a stereotype. But they always say, yeah, he cheated on me. You know, he cheated on me with this girl. She ain't got nothing going on. She a bum. She blase. I said, yeah, but she talked to him right. She talked to him right.
Yeah.
She make him feel like a man in the moment. Because at the end of the day, all that stuff that you got, he can get it too if he focus.
Right.
He can get it too if he focus. At the end of the day, he threw all that away. He would cheat on you. Not justifying, again, ladies, not justifying cheating.
Right.
But he would cheat on you with somebody less attractive, got less going on, if she talked to him right and make him feel like a man in the moment.
I've always, well, I ain't always, but you know what I mean, I've said this to women a lot. If you really want to, and this is about what you want. If you really want to know how to treat a man, or if you really want to know how to get what you want from a man out of him, pay attention to strippers. It's just manipulation. They do things to boost the ego. Men, we're ego-driven people. So if you do things to make men feel powerful, they're gonna move like they powerful.
Absolutely.
They're gonna do the things that you kind of want them to do. But and I use that analogy very, very lightly. But when you go to the strip club, there's a mission. She knows that I want to get some money from this guy. He came in, you know, thinking about the same thing. It's an exchange. It's a transaction. But she's gonna do things. I mean, even dating a stripper, bro, is different.
Listen, man.
It's different.
I've lived a life. I've dated a lot of different women, strippers included.
Yeah.
You know,
it's different.
Love to the strippers. I ain't dated none recently. But, hey, I dated some strippers. But going back to what you were saying, what if a wife or whatever, girlfriend, whoever, what if they took that persona, like we were going back with that reciprocity and that, but not saying I'm gonna pay you this and you do this for me, but this is just what we do. Of course, we gotta balance everything, but this is just what we do. That's why the sex industry makes so many billions a year, and why so many men are addicted to pornography. Right. They can feel like a king in that moment without even having to talk to the girl. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Yep. Same thing with, I don't got to say a word, and she gonna pleasure me every way I want to be pleasured. So I get into the psychology, like why people so addicted to pornography, but it's for the exact reason you just said. Yep. They can be the man, they can have whatever fantasy, they can feel like who they really want to be in the moment, and he ain't got to deal with her lip for 5 minutes or however long it takes. You feel what I'm saying? Right. I used to study like, man, how they making so much money? Why people so addicted? But it's for that very reason. Same thing why people get addicted to strip clubs, get addicted to all of that, because they can feel like they can feel like the man for $19.95 a month. Right. Yep. You feel what I'm saying? That's real. That's real. But yeah. And when you think about it from that angle, it's just like, and I think Napoleon Hill said it's the transmutation of sex energy. So that's in everyday life. Like for car salesmen are great at that because they have a goal. They're trying to get something. So all these transactions that we out here doing is basically if you utilize sex energy, because you got to think about how hard does a man when you want that thing, when you want it. How hard you going to get it? You go turn to MacGyver and James Bond. You go be strategic. So think about if we use that energy for us goals, just any goal. Man. You feel what I'm saying? Any goal. What's the one thing, bro? What's the one thing? The one component that if a man has this, he ain't ever got to worry about not having a woman. If a man has this one thing, he's most likely. He can get him a woman. No matter this dude can be a jerk. He can be, you know what I mean, whatever, A-class asshole, whatever you want to call it. But if he got this one thing, he can get a woman. So immediately when you said that, three things came up, but I think they all kind of connected. Mm-hmm. I would say confidence, purpose, and social skills, but if you know who you are, you're going to be confident in yourself, and you're going to know how to communicate that. So I think they all around the same. I can't think of one particular word, but if he got that, he going to give off that energy. Right. He going to give off that confident energy, and truth be told, that's what she wants. Right. She want to feel secure. Mm-hmm. And whether she know how to express it or not, that's what she want. That's the allure of movie stars, or the allure of celebrities. They seem like they confident in who they are. I was thinking money. Yeah, because how it seems is like if you got money, bro, they play a factor. You got money, you can get. I don't care how bad of whatever it is. You got you a woman if you got money. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Now the quality may be different, but facts. I agree 100% with you. Yeah, I agree with you. Quality might fail, but I agree. If you got facts, everything got a price. Right. Roe versus Wade being overturned. Oh man, that's in the news right now. Oh man, yeah. What? How you feel about it? We've been having this conversation for years, and it's been going on for years with the rights of women. A lot of saying, they're going against women's rights, but and I think they started. I say the plus about social media is people can't hide stuff no more, and it gets out there. Yeah. So I don't know who got any sponsors for the show. No, you good. Yeah, speak it, man. Okay. It was estimated by the year 2040, that white Caucasian people will be the minority. Mm-hmm. If you start going back to why did our ex-president Trump want to build a wall and keep Mexicans out, or why all this other stuff, all of a sudden it was a it was an influx in killings of black people and incarceration. It's always been there, but it's like it was an influx last thing. Mm-hmm. Because it estimated that white people, they've always been a majority since this country been in existence, but it's estimated by like 2040, they will be the new minority.
Oh, wow.
Brown people, Mexicans will be the majority, and right up under the Mexicans will come African-American, Latino, and all that. So you think that ties then white people. So white people, white women, out of all abortions that get done, 57% are done by white women, 30-something by black women and rest. So they're killing their babies. So if it's estimated that they're going to be the minority by 2040 and they're killing their babies, if they're the minority, guess who holds the vote in politics now? Black and brown people, because we're the majority now. Oh, wow. And so we control who's in office and all of that. So it's a plight to save white babies. Because white women are doing, if you look at statistics, they don't talk about this a lot. White women do way more abortions than black women do. Black and brown women do. So it's almost astronomical, the difference. So it's a plight. If people do enough, it's a plight to save white baby. There's nothing, well, I'm saying it's wrong, but the way it's being done, I think women should have the right. If they going about all these gun laws that, you got a right to take a life that way, and you should have that right. You should have a right in the life that's in you. Right. Whether somebody agree with it or not, it ain't my body, it ain't my life to decide that. I think women should have a right to do what they want, whether you agree with it or not, or the right to do what they want to their body. They got to live with that.
I agree with that part, like as far as right. I mean, and I support that. I do support, a woman's right, to choose what she will, whatever she want to do with her body. It is her body.
Right.
But on that note, man, we got some interesting times ahead because it's not gonna happen without a fight. I can tell you that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. But hey, man, I appreciate you pulling up,
man. Oh man, it's an honor, man.
Hanging out, having some real good conversation, man.
Anytime.
Yeah, real dope, man. Appreciate you. Jemiah Battle, man. Thanks for coming out to the show, man. Mancave with Southside Dre. Again, I want to tell you guys, we appreciate all of the sharing and the following and everything has been blown up, man. Mancave Pod, Mancave with Southside Dre, everywhere you get your podcast. Please pull up, follow. You just don't know how far it goes, man. I mean, it's the land of social media, so numbers tell the truth as far as the media, social media work goes. But again, we appreciate you, pulling up.
Absolutely.
Mancave, man, and signing off.